How's everybody doing today? This is Top Flight TV. This is Mr. Top Flight Films. Hope everybody's doing well today. What's going on? What's going on? We here, man. We gonna chop it up. I got a little bit of time today. I don't have much time, but I just wanted to get on here and say R.I.P to the brother Ronny Doe. As a lot of y'all know, Ronnie was he passed away, I think yesterday, day before yesterday, somewhere around there. The details are online. I don't want to get too in depth. I know that it was a violent act that took his life in the Severn, Maryland area, and it's very unfortunate. You know what I'm saying? I really just want to say that it's very unfortunate. I want to just give a little background on my experience with the brother. He was on Top Flight TV. I had the honor and privilege to interview him. And something told me to reach out to him. I don't know what it was. I was scrolling online and, at the time I was really like looking for people to interview. And I was scrolling online and I saw his story, a little bit of his story, and I reached out, you know what I'm saying? And he was very open to coming out, and he was very open to coming out. He was excited to do the interview, and I found that to be different because a lot of people they just not personable people. I don't think the brother Ronnie knew how special he was, and I'm not saying that because he passed. I've told some colleagues of mine, people in my circle, that dude he has a lot of potential. But anyway, he came out to the location where the studio is at, and well, before that, me and him got into a little we got into a little back and forth on the phone. You know what I'm saying? Like, because he had to reschedule a couple times, and I thought he was BSing, and he didn't show one time. So I was on edge. He was on edge. He seemed to be on edge a lot. You know what I'm saying? So me and him kind of collided for a minute, but I smoothed it out. I wanted to do the interview. I smoothed everything out, and he came through. And when I saw him, it was all love. It was all love. He said, man, look, I ain't mean no harm. I told him I ain't mean no harm, you dig? And we chopped it up. And the thing is, he's from around my way, kind of, sort of. I grew up not far from where he's from. And I used to engage, and I used to be around some of the neighborhoods he used to be in. You know what I'm saying? So that made it even more special, for lack of better words. But I felt his vibe. Me and him clicked because he's from down the way, so me and him clicked. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, we did the interview, and it was a beautiful interview. It's online right now. I'm not trying to get clout from my man's passing. Top Flight TV is something that I do, but it's not my whole thing. I got other things going on as well. You know what I'm saying? But we did the interview, and it was very interesting. A lot of things that I didn't know. I learned a lot, and we also did a mic video where he performed his single "Wasn't Real." And listen, let me tell you, right, when when he performed, me and my man Noah, shout out to Fuego Films, Fuego Visions. Me and him looked at each other like, dude is good. Like, he's talented. You know what I'm saying? Like, the vibe was on point, man. Like, when he got on the mic, he started performing. That video was online too. But when he started performing, man, it was like, yeah, this dude could do something. Aside from all the Krishan, and I don't even like saying her name because I'm not into that. And I told him I'm not into this whole Krishan thing. I think it's annoying. I don't deal with it. I scroll real fast when I see her and Blueface back when they was hot. But aside from all the Krishan stuff, dude had a lot of potential. And I even switched around in my head for weeks And I told Fuego, I told a couple other people, I said, I'm thinking about managing dude. And before he left my studio, I was like, dog, you got management? And I'm like, dog, we can probably talk about something. Let me think about it. Because the reason why I said let me think about it and I didn't act on it is because in order to manage people, you know, people have to be manageable. And my man, I don't believe he was manageable. I'm just being honest, you know what I'm saying? And that's what made him him, you know what I'm saying? Uh, I'm older, so I don't have time to be chasing people around or arguing with people or trying to, you know what I mean? So, but I switched it around in my head for about 3 weeks, man. I was serious. I'm like, dog, I'm about to manage this cat. I had a bunch of things I wanted to do with him. I wanted to start it off with a meet and greet. You know what I'm saying? He was supposed to do big things, the balloon pop shows, the 20v1 shows. That was his lane. It's like the whole Krishan thing had blew over, and it was his time. You dig? He also reached back out to me. We were supposed to shoot a real video for Wasn't Real. And it just never seemed to happen. I had a lot going on my end, and I'm sure he had a lot going on his end. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, at the end of the day, we stayed in contact. We stayed in touch. And, you know, it's unfortunate, dog. I don't know the surroundings of the case or what happened. I don't know, you know, what was going on with that. And that's not my business. And I'm not going to, you know, get into that. It's a lot of theories floating around that I don't really get into. But I just hope his family is cool. And it's crazy because I even seen that he is related to some people that I know very well. So it's a small world, man. But you know, R.I.P to Ronny Doe, man. You know, I hope his family can find some healing at this time. And I hope he is at peace at this time. You dig? But you can go check out the interview. I didn't push it after, you know, he passed because I'm not really trying to push that shit. I don't feel right. I don't do the whole clout chasing thing. So the reason why I'm telling you about the interview is because if you are a Ronny Doe fan, because let me touch on that. My man has a crazy following. Like the ladies love dude. You know what I'm saying? Like it's so many ladies, right? It's so many ladies on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram. And he had like a cult following of women that adored him. And of course you had the people that was mad at him. You know what I'm saying? Of course you did. But I was blown away and I'm still blown away. I'm still getting followers and comments and people inboxing me, man. And he has a cult. Ray Minnick, what it do, homie? He has a cult following of women that absolutely loved him, man. And you know, I wanted to get with him and capitalize on that and really, you know, let him shine and hopefully get himself out of the situation he was in. It seemed more like a spiritual, emotional situation within itself more than with Krishan. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, shout out to him, man. Shout out to all his fans and followers. You dig? It is what it is, man. I hope everybody's good. I stay tapped in. I talk about a little bit of everything on my page, so I just wanted to get some. You know, I feel like I gotta get some closure and just say my piece because I haven't really addressed it. But I just wanted to say my piece, and maybe I'll come back and do something else. You got any questions? Leave them in the chat. You dig, and I'll come back and address them or whatever. But shout out to everybody, man. Y'all stay safe out there. Peace.